You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite...
Chris, the Herons are back. Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 204 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
Listen, we're going to be drinking today.
Yes.
We're going to be drinking today, my friend.
We're going to be drinking. We're going to leave that to the end, though. But I'm
excited.
Soccer Daddy's asking, what's the topic today? Well, there's a couple topics, but let's start with the most pressing, in my opinion. On Saturday, Argentina plays their third game against Peru here in Miami. And guess who will not be playing?
No Messi, no party.
No Messi,
no party.
I mean, it's still going to be a party. There's a lot of Argentinians out here. They're still going to show. No, and they're going to be showing their pride. But Messi supposedly might have a lingering injury. He's sick. How are we feeling about this whole Messi thing? Seeing as how I understand that Argentinians are prideful and they want to win the Copa America, but you and I are not from Argentina. We want to win the MLS Cup. And I don't know. I feel like these lingering injuries are starting to become a little worrisome. How are you feeling after hearing that he's not going to be playing on Saturday, even though they're already through to the knockout stages? So it's smart not to play him.
Yeah.
Well, are you worried at all?
I mean, I think it would be smart for Argentina not to play him, especially since it's already granted that they're going to move on, right? And then on top of that, I think it helps us as well as a club to not have him like overly exert himself.
Oh, I'm happy he's resting for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but it is worrisome because like, how good is he going to be in his next game, right? How many days in between is one game to the next? That's the scary thing.
I can tell you in a second.
Yeah, well, while you look that up, I mean, I see some comments here. Sujan is saying he should be fine. Aria was pissed when they heard that. Pablo Golazo saying he can rest. AZ Rebellion saying Messi should be fine. And
it's people are on July 4th.
Worried.
The next game will be on Independence Day, which will be next Thursday.
Yeah, and Arya saying he's still going to train, but like, come on, Arya, like Messi training, it's not like he's going to be like super exerting himself to like train. I mean, look, Messi's Messi.
We don't want him to either.
Yeah, and then Stancy is saying something that's super scary. Stancy's saying, I really think he has a chronic injury.
Well, that's what has me worried, is that whatever he has keeps coming back, and that legit has me worried. The next game is July 4th. And then he played yesterday. So that was Tuesday yesterday. So that's a solid 9 days off. So, I mean, he's going to get his rest in. And after July 4th, after they beat either Mexico, Venezuela, or Ecuador, whoever they end up going against, their following game would be on July 9th. So that would be a 5-day rest. And then when they make it to the final, it would be on July 14th, which would be another 5 days. And at that point, July 14th, hypothetically, let's say they go to the final, whether they win or lose, that ends July 14th.
Yeah.
Then you have July 17th, Inter Miami has a game. He's not going to play in that game. Then July 20th. Is there any chance that he plays on July 20th?
I would imagine he would.
Days. You think so?
I would imagine he would. I mean, I think
so.
I think that's enough time for him to feel better. I mean, Soccer Daddy is mentioning it's adductor, should be okay in 10.
All right, so because at that point, look, July 14th to July 20th, that's less than a week.
Yeah,
I don't think he plays. I think whether he makes it to the final, he'll make it to the final. After the final, I don't think he plays for Inter Miami until July 27th, which would be the first game of Leagues
Cup. Yep.
So I think that's the next time we see Messi, barring injury, obviously, playing for Inter Miami.
Wow, that's a hell of a stretch, Danny.
That's 6 games. It's not too bad.
That's a hell of a stretch.
7 games.
And you would think, like, with enough time passing, that like, okay, maybe he'll be better. But like, he's literally going to be playing his balls off for Argentina. So
well, I see some people maybe doubting that Argentina makes it to the final. I think Argentina played a good game against. What was that they played against yesterday? I'm blanking right now. against Chile. I'm sorry. So
yeah.
yes, I thought they played well against Chile. If it wasn't for Bravo, they would have put up like 1 million goals. That guy, he was man of the match. That's how well he played. He blocked a bunch of shots for them. And I saw some people complaining like, oh, he shouldn't have been man of the match. It should have gone to an Argentina player. Argentina would have dominated that game if it wasn't for him. He was the only reason that up until the 87th minute where they scored, like at that point, Chile thought like, we might get out of this with a draw. Like that guy had to have been man of the match. He was wild. If he was younger, right now European teams would be looking at him.
And we have an input from, my name is Jeff, saying Canada going through with a tie against Chile or win is awesome in my opinion, which is great.
I thought Chile would go through. Oh, and for those of you that might have forgotten, Chris's choice to win it all, Jamaica. We are 6 days into the tournament and they're already eliminated. So
they got robbed.
Well, they did get robbed. If you want, we can get into that for a second. Jamaica just got eliminated, and they got one. It was a miracle goal by Ecuador. I don't know if you saw it. He basically tried to center the ball, and it just ended up going into the goal. It was wild. And how many handballs did Ecuador have inside the box that didn't get called penalties? I counted 2, and that was at least 2. Jamaica was 100% robbed. 100%.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs is mentioning it here. It's saying Jamaica got robbed. They should have got a penalty. I mean, you counted 2. Soccer Daddy, I made some. I made some good choice.
I'm sorry, my fault. Real quick, David brought up that he is already playing in Europe. My fault.
Yeah, I made some good choices. Aria, I'm not gonna stop with my hot takes. So
that wasn't a hot take though. That was a stupid take.
It wasn't a stupid take. Ace, look. I know I just started watching, but like I've seen a couple matches in the past, and I'm not like super informed, but I felt something in my gut that Jamaica was gonna go far, and maybe it was just that I was hungry.
Chris, yes, like a lot of you know, Chris just recently started watching soccer a couple years ago. Is this the first time that you no, because you were watching during the World Cup?
Yeah, I was watching
the World Cup.
Well, let me tell you, the first World Cup I ever like really, really dove into was, I believe it was like 2006.
Okay.
2006, that World Cup I was like deeply involved in because the place where I worked at was literally a place where a ton of Hispanics would go through. It was like a truck parts location. And so they were basically putting a TV in the customer service area, and everybody was just watching World Cup all day. So I would just waltz in there, watch a little bit, go back to work. It was amazing. So
I watched that World Cup in Colombia. Okay. Well,
I didn't just start watching World Cup soccer, Mr. Krabs. Like I said, in 2006, I was watching. I didn't know that Cuba had a league. Okay. All fair is fair. I didn't know that they had a league.
Honestly, I didn't either. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Every country has like a proposal.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but like, you know, I go by what FIFA says. I mean, at this point, I don't even. There's tons of countries in their leagues that is not on FIFA. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a good summer because there's 2 tournaments going on, and one tournament that we really don't talk about too much, the Euros.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't feel invested in it. But they are done with the group stage. So if anybody was wondering how they're looking for the knockout bracket, here it is. You got Switzerland against Italy, England against Slovakia, Romania versus the Netherlands, Austria against the Turkey. That's on one side of the bracket. And on the other side, you got Germany and Denmark, Spain and Georgia, France and Belgium, and Portugal and Slovenia. So there it is. Again, I don't feel invested. That's why I don't really watch it too much unless, you know, it's on and I have nothing to do. But I'm rooting for Spain. But that's about it. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch any of these games, Chris.
I haven't. But I have a question, and maybe some of the people in the chat can be able to speak upon this. But like England as a country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they like embarrassed that they're not as good as they should be? Because like I feel like England feels like they're like the kings of football.
Well, they invented the sport.
I mean, I guess, but like they're not that great.
Well,
At least in my opinion, I don't know. I don't know much, but it seems
just
like England has fallen off, or they're not that great.
well, they have the thing is because so many of their players play in the most famous league, they're always expected to do good just because everybody recognizes just about everybody on that roster. So because everybody recognizes every name on that roster, everybody's like, "Oh, this is England's year. This is England's year." But England isn't very good. So
Well,
and their manager Southgate supposedly he's made that team completely boring to watch. Supposedly they played 3 games. I think they scored like 2 goals in those 3 games. They won 1 game, drew twice. Like it's been a horrible showing for them.
this is where I'm going to bring it back to Jamaica, right? My name is Jeff is saying England's players is insanely good, but their team isn't.
You know what? My name is Jeff. I think that Chris brings up every single one of your comments just because he loves to say your name.
My name is Jeff. And so I tell my son all the time, he asked me, he's like, "Oh, who do you think is good?" And I'm like, "Oh, Harry Kane." He's like, "Oh my God, but he has no trophies." Right. But then also bringing it back to Jamaica, Raheem Sterling needs to be playing for Jamaica. Like England is a bunch of thieves.
Well, he's not playing for England this year either.
Well, but then he needs to go represent Jamaica. I don't know what the hell's happening over there.
Well, you know what's funny about Harry Kane is that Harry Kane hasn't won a trophy, and then he went to Bayern Munich, which had won every single year for the last like 12, 14, 15 years. Like they dominated that league for the last more than 10 years.
Yeah.
This is the first year that they didn't win it in that long. He's still trophyless, which is wild.
I do understand, Soccer Daddy, that England equals Jamaica. Yes, I get it. I get it. But
well, you're not going to get a lot
of people from Canada that are in Jamaica.
You're not going to get a lot of insightful Euro talk from us. But Chris, I know people love your predictions. So even though you don't know anybody very well, give us your quick prediction on who's going to be in the final.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now. I think on the right side, I'll tell you right now, just off the top, watch out for Denmark.
Okay.
Watch out for Denmark. Okay.
All right.
And then on the left side, watch out for the Netherlands. Those guys can be able to win you big money. Okay, but I think
Netherlands Denmark final.
Yeah, Netherlands Denmark final. Book it. Okay. Now, I mean, seriously, I think that Spain and probably like England are probably going to make it to the finals, and then Spain is just going to win it all.
You know, it's funny because that's what I was predicting also. I was going to predict Spain, and I think England, they're going to sleep their way to the final with their boring way of play, and they'll somehow end up making it to the final. It'll be hyped. It's coming home, and then they lose. So
shout out to my son in the chat, Mr. Fuapas.
Oh. What?
I don't know. He picked that name.
All right. So yesterday on the show, we were talking about the league ranks, and our league, we said in the next 10 years, we believe it could be 5th, 6th in the world, right?
Yeah.
Now, I went ahead and I looked at a few rankings, and just about all of them had this ranking right here. So I just decided to save this one because it was more or less between 12 and 14, 15. So this one has that 13. So I more or less just chose this one. Wow. These are the rankings. It has the second
league of Spain.
Yeah.
Is better than us.
Yes. They have the Russian Premier League ahead of us. They have the Mexican League ahead of us. So obviously, let's say here 13, we got some work to do. But within the next 10 years, you cannot tell me that in the next 10 years, if we keep going the way we're going, we're not going to pass the Russian League, the Mexican League, the Brazilian League. Hell, the English Championship, which is their second division league, La Liga. Or maybe not the English second division. Yeah, I think we should. I think we could make it all the way to 6th. So, and no, Saudi League sucks.
Well, I mean, what in the world is Ligue 1 doing there?
Because they spend a lot of money and they have some good teams. They're top heavy.
I get it. Super top heavy. We should be above the Brazilian league. We should be above the Russian.
Brazilian's good. The Russian league surprised me, and a lot of like I said, this is more or less what you see wherever you look. This is more or less what you see. But I was surprised with the Russian league.
And then the English Championship, like the only people that are keeping that league in business are the people that just love underdogs, right?
No, they have talent, man. A lot of their teams are teams that you recognize because at some point they make it to the Premier League and they get relegated. So,
Well,
the English Championship,
yeah. And then Mr.
No.
Krabs is actually mentioning, isn't the Russian league shut down because of you know what? I think so. I know they're not on FIFA.
Probably right
That's
now,
for sure.
yes. And then French league is good? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The French league is not good.
And Ace, yes, look, I don't know as much, okay? But don't laugh at me. Help me.
I know.
Okay? A lot of you guys in the chat, I love you guys. And I commend you guys. Help me. Don't point and laugh at me. Okay, guys? I'm trying here. I just learned that my own people have a Cuban league. Okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I think you're doing great. If you guys should see the growth that Chris has had when it comes to footy over the last 2 years. Which, by the way, on Monday is our 2-year anniversary from our very first show. So look at that. 2 years in on Monday. Yeah.
That's going to be phenomenal.
All right. Now, let's get into some Inter Miami talk. Diego Gomez.
Couple things. Yep, him.
Diego Gomez is,
Oh, man.
I mean, he's been linked to Brighton.
I'm going to get it in the chat.
For a few months now. But reports are now coming out that it's like there's actually negotiating going on back and forth. Now, I've heard that he's pretty much healthy already. Like, he should be good to go, if not this weekend, next weekend. But do you think they keep him off just because he's going to get sold and they can't risk him getting injured again, like, before they sell him?
There's no way that they're going to play him if they have the opportunity to sell him for like $1 gajillion.
Well,
there's no way.
It might be close to 20 mil. I think it might be close to Thiago Almada money.
I mean, Mez is saying no way he's leaving.
Oh, he's leaving. He's leaving.
He's gone. I mean, what kind of paycheck do you think this guy's gonna get?
No, he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave because, well, for one, if he doesn't leave now, it's a lot harder to sell players. Well, maybe it's not harder to sell players to Europe, but I would assume that European teams want to bring in players in the summer before their season starts instead of bringing them in January. Oh, really? 8 million was the offer? I thought that was a lot more than that.
Allegedly.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know the number. Sean Callahan said it was 8 million. I honestly thought it was a lot more than that. If that's all it is, maybe we don't. I don't know. I thought that they were aiming for 15 plus.
That's big money, though.
But look, at this point, I understand that we've been injured and our roster has looked really thin. But you have Redondo, you have Bright, which has looked good. I was gonna say Bright had looked bright, but I didn't want to be corny. You got Busquets, you got Kremaki, you have Robert Taylor, you have a possible Angel Di Maria. Like, you got a lot of players on this roster. I think Diego Gomez is probably the best midfielder outside of Busquets on this team. But if you have a chance to sell him, and you got good money coming back, like, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you have Facundo Farias coming back in January if he doesn't get sold, and you could only have 3 U22 players.
I don't think he's going to get sold, Danny, because I think that he lost a lot of stock getting injured and not being able to. No, Facundo Farias.
Okay, well, but that's what I'm saying. If you keep Diego Gomez when the season ends, as soon as the season ends, you now have 4 U22 players. You're only allowed 3.
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you that aren't aware, U22 it's an initiative where they allow you to pay players more than what's the maximum salary for an MLS player if they are classified as a U22. And you have 3 of those spots. Usually those are the spots that are going to the young South American kids that they bring over to the MLS. Now we have Redondo under that contract. I'm blanking here, so help me out, Chris. We have Redondo under that contract. We have Gomez under that contract. Oh, and Tomas Aviles. There we go. Those are the 3 that we have. We also have Facundo Farias. Facundo Farias is off the books at this moment. The year.
Yeah.
Right. Because he's injured for the entire year, he doesn't count against it. So technically we only have 3. But as soon as the season's over, we have 4 unless we get rid of one of them, which is why it makes sense that Diego Gomez would be leaving if they're going to offer them a nice chunk of money. So I think that there's a good chance that he does go, man. I don't think we see him again. I think the last time we saw him is when Busquets scored that header on that corner kick, and we saw him crying there on the ground, and it made it difficult for me to celebrate because he's crying while everybody's celebrating.
Yeah. And then this brings up right here, Darsh is saying, any news about Taylor? I think Gomez is gone. I think Taylor's going to be gone. I think Taylor moving within the MLS is a huge possibility. And other than those two, the only other person I can think of actually leaving this team is going to be Toto. Oh, Campana too. But Toto Aviles, I do see him leaving.
Do you think so? Look, when we heard that from two places that he might get traded for that whole Miles Robinson thing, to me, it doesn't make sense. And look, I believe the people that contacted us and told us. So I'm not saying that it wasn't true, that there was conversations, but I can't imagine that they pulled the trigger on something like that. Why on earth would you give them a 19-year-old center back to bring back a rental in Miles Robinson? Because I think Miles Robinson's only signed till the end of the season.
Yeah.
And Miles Robinson has been average. He hasn't been great. And Toto Aviles, to me, is a good defender. Maybe with the ball at his feet isn't great, but to me, he's a good defender. So
I need to bring this up because there's already been 4 mentions of goalie.
Okay.
So Udi Akumar saying Drake. Do you think Drake stays? Then someone else mentioned here that Miami needs a competent goalie. That's by Zagaris. You get the stone face, Zagaris. There's a couple other people that I saw mentioning something about goalie. A lot of people that are watching this right now are not happy with our goalie play. Mr. Krabs saying very obviously somehow Robbie Robinson is still on the team. I mean, at this point, I think Robbie Robinson by default is just going to be a lifer.
No.
You know,
look, hopefully for his sake, he finally gets to leave because I'm 100% sure he doesn't want to be here anymore.
Oh, absolutely not. No way. I don't think he wants to be here because like his time has come and go on this team. I think that at this point, for him to climb up into getting any sort of minutes is like way too high of a climb for him. Not because he's not capable, but because the talent that the team has been bringing recently over the time that he's been gone, unfortunately, it's going to be a hard climb for him. And I think that right now, Robbie Robinson would be better off with another team starting fresh, Lassitering it essentially. Right? Going somewhere, starting fresh, getting a better perspective, getting better views, given minutes. I mean, Lassiter's out there playing a lot of minutes. Something like that.
Joe Rocco is asking, will Gomez play at least 1 or 2 more games for Miami? I don't think so. I think if you plan on selling him, I mean, the transfer window opens July 18th. We have how many games from now until then? We have Saturday against Nashville. We have
Wednesday,
the July 3rd against Charlotte. We have July 6th against Cincinnati. We have July 17th against Toronto. So that's 4 games from here to then. Maybe they put him out there to show that he's healthy. Maybe, I guess. But if I'm selling him for a decent price, I don't think I risk him getting injured or re-injured before I sell him. I don't think we see him anymore.
And Sean Callahan's asking, wasn't Emerson a young DP2? No, I think he was like holding an international spot. If I'm not mistaken.
He was holding an international spot. He was a U22 initiative player.
Ah, okay.
He was and that's why we couldn't keep him on the books. We had to get rid of his ass.
Now, this is one point that I want to make just before we move on. Mr. Krabs is saying Drake will only leave if San Diego takes him or something.
He's from San Diego. He would love to be there, probably.
I imagine that he would love to be there for sure.
Would you guys really want to get rid of Drake? Like, if you're telling me we get Keylor Navas back or something, okay. But, like, would you really want to get rid of him and just bring in somebody that you don't know? Like, we know Drake is good at blocking shots, right? With his feet, he's not great, but he can block shots. He'll show up in the big moments. He'll stop Gucho one-on-one, right? Like, that's why he's good. Everybody's saying, yes, okay. But let's say you bring somebody else in. Unless it's somebody that's proven, you don't know how they're going to be.
Well, and Nadarsh is saying I would stay with Drake at least for this season. And Mez is saying no, Drake is underrated. Look at this. AZ Rebellion saying, yup, soccer daddy, I am. I mean, Everybody is kind of like
The grass isn't always greener on the other side, guys, unless you are getting a proven commodity like a Keylor Navas. If David De Gea comes, because, even though he wasn't great towards the end of his Manchester United stint, I still think he would be good. I do not think that whoever we get is going to be an upgrade, let's say.
Dos Santos. You guys ready to see Dos Santos back there? We took a slacking.
We saw him once, and we got our ass kicked.
You guys want freaking, what's this guy? What's this guy that we had last year, the year before for goalie?
Nick Barsman?
Yeah.
I'm okay with De Gea or Navas. Like, if you tell me, like, we're going to get rid of Drake, but we're bringing a proven commodity. These guys were at one point world class. Maybe they're not anymore, but they're still good. Okay, that's fine. But if you tell me that we're going to get rid of him and we're going to get another MLS goalkeeper or somebody from the second division in the Champions League or championship from England, like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know.
I mean, but look at this, Danny. Judas is saying De Gea, laugh out loud. Stop. Literally laughing in your face, Danny. When just a couple weeks ago, everybody was in the comments like, we need De Gea. We need De Gea.
Well, Judas, I want to keep Drake, but if we're going to get rid of him, at least let it be for somebody that I know at some point was good. So I'm assuming Judas wants to keep Drake. Is that what he's saying? I don't know.
No, he's saying like stop it with getting De Gea or fantasizing about De Gea.
I get it.
Whole podcast, our whole fan base was wishing for De Gea.
Yeah.
The entire chat for days on end was saying De Gea, De Gea, De Gea.
Nacho is going to Saudi. Judas just said that is 100% correct. He is going to Saudi. That's why Rafael Varane is the only big name still available. My fear is that he's way too injury prone, and we already have a history of injury problems on this team.
Yeah,
obviously, everybody that comes here gets injured, so that is worrisome. But he does have big game experience. He is a proven commodity, so I would take him. I would 100% take him, and I'd put him right next to Tomas Aviles. And that's how I would set up my team.
I mean, Judas he wants to just throw the whole thing out.
Okay.
Throw the whole team out. The
Messi
logo.
Also?
Keep Robbie Robertson.
Well, let me be very clear. I am good with our roster right now. I want to shore up that second center back position. But outside of that, when our team is healthy, I'm good with the team.
Yeah,
I like the team. Redondo on one side, Gomez if he doesn't go on the other side with Busquets in the middle. And then as backups off the bench, you have Bright, Kremaki, you have Ruiz. I think that's a good squad. You have Suarez up top with Campana as his backup. You have Messi on the right. You have Robert Taylor on the left, possibly Di Maria on the left and Robert Taylor off the bench. You got Messi on the right, and then Gressel. The only good position he plays is right wing. So when Messi's not playing, we have Gressel playing good at right wing. I think we're solid. We have Wade Gant at right back, possibly Ian Frey as his backup or starting. You have left back. You have Jordi Alba and Negri as his backup. You have Drake. I guess that's an uncertainty because some people aren't happy with it. Okay. But then you have Tomas Aviles. I think is solid as a defender. You have Christoph/Ian Frey. Okay, I understand. If Ian Frey is healthy, that's a good spot. But we can't guarantee that he's going to be healthy. We do need another center back spot. Oh my God! And then Matias Rojas. I completely forgot about Matias Rojas. We even have him. Diego Gomez is gone. I forgot about Matias Rojas.
Yeah. Diego Gomez is gone. One-way trip.
Yeah.
One-way trip. Fat checks incoming.
I literally named the starting 11 and the backup 11. We have a deep-ass team. Like, listen, I'm okay with it. We need center backs. That's what we need.
I got a message from Todd DeGod, who covers a lot of Philadelphia Union stuff. Literally just said, backup 11 over half of the MLS teams.
Yeah, man.
That says a lot.
Look, and again, I don't want to bore people, but real quick. Let's say Di Maria comes and he's a starter. The backups would be Robert Taylor, Campana, and Matias Rojas up top. In the midfield, you would have Bright, Kremaki, and Ruiz. Maybe that's not as sexy as some other names, but that's a solid midfield. You have Ian Frey right back, and you have Negri at left back. Like, this team, man. I don't know. This team is deep. The injuries is what been killing us.
Well, I mean, I think everybody clearly is saying that we just need a center back.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, at this moment, I think that we have so many positives all over the pitch that being a little lackluster at center back at this moment isn't that big of a deal.
You know what? I hope that LM10 is right on this, because I would love Di Maria, because Di Maria has an engine, but he's a little older, on the older side. If Di Maria can come in as a super sub, I think he would kill it. You give him 25 to 30 minutes to just fucking just ball out for 25, 30 minutes. I think he would be amazing. And let Robert Taylor start. I think that would be great, but I don't know if that happens.
And then Pablo is saying we need Ramos with Varane as a backup.
Oh, I wish. He hasn't started in the last 2 years. Yeah, no, but when these players come to the MLS, I don't think that they feel as comfortable coming off the bench. I feel like they feel like, oh, this league is inferior. I should be able to start. That's just what I think. Maybe not. Maybe he will. He doesn't mind coming off the bench, and I think that would be great. But I have a feeling when they come to this league, they'll be like, "Nah, I got to start." And Tati saying Benfica ain't letting Di Maria go. Well, I know Ramos ain't coming. No, we're not giving Ramos that money that he's asking for. All right. And then one more thing we wanted to talk about. So a lot of people criticize the whole the fact that the Copa America and the Euros are going on, and the MLS didn't take a break, right? That there's a chance that some players miss 6 games. Let's be real. A lot of them are heading home after this week. So it's not that many games. It's like 2 or 3 games. It's not that serious. But some people are unhappy about it. So they've started announcing, I don't know if it's official yet, but they're planning on in 2026, the MLS will take a break for the World Cup. I don't know how they do that. I don't know if they start the season 2 weeks early and end it 2 weeks late. I don't know if they just get rid of the Leagues Cup that year. I don't know what they do. But in 2026, there will be a summer break for the World Cup, as it should be, just because I want to watch it, right? And I think it's silly to play during the World Cup, especially since it's played in this country, because it's played in this country. But I wanted to get your thoughts, Chris. What do you think on 2026 and the fact that we are going to be taking a World Cup break?
Well, my question is, if this World Cup wasn't happening in North America, would the MLS still take a break? And my answer is no.
That's interesting.
My answer is no, because it just so happens that 2026, it is a North American World Cup, right? All the games are going to be played in North America. So it is easy to take the stance of saying, well, we're going to shut everything down for the World Cup. Yeah, of course, because the World Cup is here in North America. So you might have stadiums that you need to use for your MLS games that now you're not going to be able to use because the World Cup is around. So I think it's pretty convenient for the MLS to be able to say this. So it's like twofold, right? Like thankfully they're doing this, but at the same time, it's an easy thing to pull. And aesthetically, it looks amazing on the MLS because they're finally taking a break. So you're going to have people like Phil Neville and everybody else that's been complaining about playing through tournaments. And now they're not going to complain because one tournament they took off, which just so happens to be being played on our continent. I just think it's convenient. But now this is the thing, Tati. Now every country in the world stopped the league during the EC. But again, like I mentioned, that's other countries, other leagues. Like they're used to that. The MLS, it's like they're figuring everything out day by day. Isn't that the World Cup? Or the Euro Cup? Maybe.
But I mean, that's when the off season is for all those leagues.
Yeah.
So they're not stopping anything. It's just that's the off season. The difficult thing with the MLS is the fact that they play during the summertime. Yeah, I figured it was the Euro Cup also, but I just didn't. It didn't make sense to me because that's their off season, so they're not stopping for it. It's just the summer.
Mr. Krabs is saying, for example, Atlanta will host World Cup games, so Atlanta United won't use it. Same thing with Miami. We're supposed to have our new stadium by then.
No, they're not gonna play. They're playing the Hard Rock. They're not gonna play in that stadium.
You're telling me if the stadium's not done that they're not going to play in the new Inter Miami Stadium?
100%.
that they're going to play in Hard Rock?
I'm telling you,
No way.
150%.
There's
150%.
no way. There's no way. There's no way, Danny.
What was the
What
was the capacity? I said it was 28,000, wasn't it?
Yeah. I
Okay.
remember.
Now
that,
remember,
yes.
it's all about the money. So, do you think they'd rather sell 28,000 tickets or 80,000 tickets?
Dude, there's no way they're going to play in Hard Rock, bro. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that they're just going to build a fresh stadium out the box and not have it being played in Miami, 28,000 or not.
Are you crazy? Of course.
Wasn't the whole
28,000?
Wasn't the whole purpose of this new stadium, not the whole purpose, but partly, wasn't it to be able to facilitate a World Cup game?
No.
That's not.
No.
That can't be it. That can't be it.
80,000 compared to 28,000?
I mean, look, everybody's agreeing with you. So maybe I'm just like not in the know here. Arya saying they're playing in
It's
the
not
Hard
the
Rock.
no, it's numbers.
No, man.
It's money, man.
I would love to see that new stadium host a World Cup. I know it's a World Cup, Arya. I know. I know, Malco.
Remember, like, it's not just like people in Miami that are coming to the game. It's literally people from around the world make it a point, right? Because they have 3 years to plan for it. 4 years to plan for it. Like, they're gonna come out here for these games. Like, they're not playing in any MLS specific stadium. They're playing in strictly football stadiums. Strictly football stadiums.
I mean, just because they could be able to accommodate it. But like, I thought building this new stadium was gonna be partially to be able to host a World Cup game. But maybe, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to say I am wrong, but
if their new stadium fit 80,000 people, 100%, I think that they go and they play in the new shiny stadium. But you're talking about 52,000 less seats, 52,000 less tickets, not 52, maybe like 25,000 less cars that pay for parking, 52,000 less people that are buying concessions. Like, it's a wild difference in money. Absolutely not.
Hey, JB, let's tone it down, buddy. All right, let's tone it down. Now, what if
there we go, Lawrence? Maybe Argentina will come and they'll have like an open practice and they'll do that at the stadium before the World Cup game.
You know what, JV? I want to make my dream come true. You and I meet at Chase Stadium. We are gonna go move those Legoland seats in the corners, and we're going to move them to the new stadium, buddy. You and I. Arya, I am getting cooked, okay? But
just for context, in case anybody was wondering,
this is true.
41 players. There's 41 MLS players currently playing in Copa America, and there's 8 players from the MLS playing in the Euros. So 49 players altogether are not with their teams currently. I honestly don't think it's that big a deal. I understand that for the big time names, it sucks. And again, max 6 games. But think about it. It's 49 players. We have 29 teams. That's less than, on average, that's less than 2 players per team. Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, it's not like if you're playing during the English Premier League or the La Liga or at least English Premier League, like half this roster's gone. Like, no, it's not like that. Like, it's not that. I mean, in the future it might get worse, but as of right now, it's not that big a deal.
JV is asking me to go find Fridge Guy. You know what, JV? From your picture, you look like Fridge Guy. Are you Fridge Guy?
All right. Anything else, Chris?
That's it, man. I'm ready to drink.
All right. So we went out. Now, for those of you that don't know, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but Publix was the first spot to get these drinks. These are the Mas by Messi, right? You got the little 10 right there. Oh, my light's killing it, right? Now they have 4 flavors. They got Miami Punch.
I'm gonna have my daughter give me the bottles over here. Go, come on, Kenzie.
Right. You got Orange Dior, right? That's a cute little play on Ballon d'Or. You got Limon Lime. I don't know why they called it Limon Lime. And then you got Berry Copa Crush. All right, so these are the 4 flavors. Hey, Kenzie. Oh, she can't hear me.
No, she can't.
So these are the 4 flavors. Now, I don't know if anybody here in the chat has tried them yet. I'm kind of curious as to what you guys think. Before I haven't tried them yet, so these are still brand new. They are not open. And if anybody's curious, I thought this was like an energy drink. It's not. It's like a Gatorade. It's 10 calories, 1 gram of sugar, 70 milligrams of sodium. So, I mean, the sugar is where they try to get you to convince you that these aren't that bad for you. So it's not too bad.
I wanna mention something. This one is the one right here for those of you on visual on audio. I'm showing the Miami Punch one. This is the one we're gonna try last because everybody was talking about how good it was. So this is the one we're gonna try last. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
my son already tried this one, and he tried this one. So I'm gonna have him try this one with me. These two.
Now, real quick, before we get started, could you tell me, do you like Gatorade or Powerade?
I actually like Gatorade. My favorite Gatorade.
That's what I was going to go with there, huh?
My favorite Gatorade, and see if everybody in the chat can guess what my favorite Gatorade is. I'm going to give them like 5 seconds while I sort of go through and see what kind of predictions come through.
I'll tell you mine while we wait for yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mine's real quick is the red one. That's my favorite, just in case. So, everybody has different taste buds. Red is my favorite. And I like Powerade, and I'm not really into vitamin water. I think Chris is into vitamin water, but I do not like vitamin
Triple
water.
X is really good.
So there you go. More or less, you get a feel for the taste buds.
And I mean, look, my son already did it. Shadow Wolf guessed blue. Mr. Krabs got it. Lemon lime is my favorite Gatorade.
Oh, okay. So let's start with this one.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the yellow one. All right. So for those of you on audio, it is called Limon Lime League. Okay. We're cracking it open.
Look, balanced blends of 4 electrolytes, 6 vitamins, B3, B6, B12, A, C, and E. So vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, 3 antioxidants, 5 minerals, 1 gram cane of sugar, and a whole lot of Messi.
And rat poison.
There you go. Ready? Cheers, sir.
I mean, just off bat, it's got like very little sugar.
It says no artificial sweeteners. It needs it.
The lime just punched me right in
after,
the back of the throat.
That aftertaste,
like 7 seconds later. Come here, Jose, because I wanted you to try it. Jose is gonna try it with me. I'm just having all my kids. I'm gonna call my 17-year-old. She's willing to come on here. Here, I'm gonna give him the headphones. You're gonna have to talk now. Come on, come closer. So come and talk to Danny.
All right, go ahead, Jose.
So talk to him.
I want you to take a try and give me your first reaction, your instant reaction. What is it?
How do you like it?
It's good.
It's
You're
good.
a liar. You're a liar. All right. All right. All right. So,
Look, give me the headphones.
all right. It does not taste like Messi sweat. At least I don't think so. I wasn't a fan of that one. So, you want to go with your next favorite blue?
We'll do the blue. Well, blue is not my favorite. This is called Berry Copa Crush. This already looks like it's going to taste like garbage. Did you try it already?
No.
Okay. No, he's not 17, Mr. Krabs. I said I was just going to get my 17-year-old daughter to come down, but she's probably just going to tell me to F myself.
He thought he was Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's do this one now.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I could smell the fake. It's not bad. I'll let Kenzie try this one. Kenzie, come here. Put your headphones on.
I thought this one was better.
You're gonna talk to Danny.
This one tastes like the blue Powerade. It tastes just about the same.
Let Kenzie try it. Kenzie's gonna.
Hey, Kenzie, go for it.
Hi.
Hey.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
It tastes good.
It tastes good.
Yeah.
Does it taste like berry?
Yeah, I like berry. It's my favorite. I like
berry?
my grapes.
You like grapes?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
All right.
Grapes
So
are better.
far,
Get out of here.
the lime and lemon,
Get out of here.
limon
That's it.
lime, I
Uh-huh.
thought tasted. It needed sugar, but then it hit you with that lime feel at the very end. The blue one tasted like blue Powerade, so that one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the blue one isn't that bad. The
No,
blue
it's not
one
too
is
bad.
not bad. It tastes really artificial.
Yeah, you could definitely find these in Vicky's Bakery for sure.
No, and he's asking me if my daughter likes Vicky Bakery, and no, she doesn't. She absolutely hates it. So we're doing the orange next, right?
Yeah, Orange Dior.
All right.
All right, you ready?
This one my son tried, and he gave a face to me. I told him to be quiet and not tell me anything. Okay, wait. LaRue is asking us rate them out of 10. So I'll
All
tell
right.
you right now, the lemon lime
I give it a 3.
is like a 3. I
Yeah.
give this one a 3. Wow, nice one. The blue one, I give it like a 4.5.
I give it a 5.
This gets like a 4, maybe a 5. So now we're off to the orange one.
All right.
So let's do that one. Oh, it smells like a drink from Blue Martini.
Yeah.
Oh, this
You know
one is awful. Oh my God, this one is the worst.
No, you know what? At first I didn't like it, and then it wasn't that bad. I'm gonna give this one a 6.
No, it's awful. This to me is like another 4.
All right. Well, I guess I give it a 5. So I got a 3, a 5, and a 5. So far we haven't been cooking with gasoline. I don't know why Messi put his name on this, but we'll see. Let's see. Maybe this last one will be good. And
You're telling me,
I've never tasted Prime. I know everybody like talks great about Prime.
My son loves Prime.
I've never tasted Prime, so I can't compare with that.
Listen, I want to mention something here. I mean, Jaden, listen, this product is garbage.
Well, that's a bit
so
harsh.
far.
I don't think it's garbage.
I don't look.
The limon one wasn't good.
All right. Now that you've given it like 30 seconds since we drank the orange one, you're still gonna stay with your number of 6 or whatever you gave it. No, don't drink it again. Let the taste marinate. This is awful.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
This orange one is awful. This is like a 3 at best. So far, out of the green, blue, and yellow, the blue is the winner so far. These things are going in the trash, by the way.
So I'm going I'm gonna go 3, 4, and 5. Those are my grades, coincidentally in order. But yeah, that's how it's gone, man. I really hope this Miami Punch is good. Because
again, I wanted to leave this for last. Miami Punch, it's pink, right? So it's fitting. This needs to be probably the best one because a lot of people in the comments who have drank this already said it is the best one. So let's go ahead and pop this baby open here. So we're gonna open it up.
Shit.
And I mean, Danny spilled it.
It's filled to the brim.
Yeah, one of the ones I had was like filled all the way to the top. I almost dropped it all over my computer.
Yeah, I got it all over.
Danny is there. Got it all over his desk and his things there. At least it didn't get on the Columbia jersey.
No, it didn't get on the keyboard.
Okay, that's good. That would be problematic.
I don't know if you can see how full this is.
No, that thing is,
and that's not some of it spilled.
Well, at least they get a 10 for that.
There you
go. They're starting off with a 10. So here we go. We're going to drink this next bottle of Miami Punch. Ooh. You know what this tastes like? It tastes like Crystal Light.
It tastes like a watered down Snapple.
Light.
You know what? This one was really good.
This one is
good.
Like
an 8. Like an 8.
I don't know about the 8. I'd probably give it like a 7, like a strong 7. I'm
gonna give it an 8. This. I'll keep drinking this one.
I'm gonna give it to my daughter so she could try it. She hasn't tried it. My son tried it. He said it was really good.
I should have known because when I went to buy it, there were tons of these, and there was only 2 of these left. But of the rest, there was just tons. So people are coming out to buy the Miami Punch. So if you guys are out there and you're looking to buy one, try the ones, whatever you want, obviously. But if you want to just try one, I recommend this one. Miami Punch, definitely by far the best out of the 4 of them.
Mr. Krabs has been railing on me in the chat saying, where is Chris Plus then? Where's your drink? I don't have a drink, buddy. Okay. And Aria, you're saying you're cooked with that one. This is called the Mas Plus. This also is the Mas brothers, I imagine, right? Are they involved in this?
I don't think so. I think it's just
they're not involved.
I think that it's just coincidence that it's Mas. They should be, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I'll tell you guys right now in the chat, whoever was cooking these, they need to remain in the kitchen
Mez,
because
I can't buy it here in Minnesota. Mez, if I'll buy you one and send it to you, just depends on how much the shipping is though. Because sometimes shipping to Minnesota, I've shipped shoes to Minnesota before, and it charged me like $30. I'm not paying $30 to ship it to you, but I'll hook you up, Mez.
yeah,
Hit me up on Twitter.
and
Am I allowed to ship out liquids? The U.S. Postal Service?
I don't see why not.
Because they make every time I send out a pair of shoes, I sell shoes. Every time I ship a pair of shoes out, they make me answer a question: are there any liquids, batteries, and lithium, and a bunch of other stuff? So I think I'm supposed to let them know that it's liquid, but I don't know if it's because they don't want me to send out liquid. I don't know. Okay, just random question.
And my name is Jeff is asking if we sent to Vancouver.
Absolutely not. That's way too 100%. If it's too expensive for Minnesota,
are we gonna be like drink dealers now? Are we gonna be arrested? Are we gonna start like dealing these beverages, and then all of a sudden Messi's gonna come after us because we're
buying it from him?
I mean, I guess, but then we're like sending it to someone, and then they'll think that we're like peddling,
we're not reselling it.
Yeah, and Pablo Golazo saying, "Hold up, you sell shoes?"
Yes, I customize. Well, my wife customized shoes, and I also just sell shoes that, I just flip shoes.
And this is a good question, Jaden the man. Is it only in Florida or Publix nationwide? I'm going to take a picture of this, guys, so you guys can contact whatever customer service.
I'm going to assume that it's going to be nationwide because I doubt that they're only selling this in South Florida. Like, obviously the marketing's for Messi, so I understand why selling it here in Miami makes sense over everybody else. But I would assume that they're going to try to rival with Prime, right? Like, they want to be in that table with Prime. So I would assume that this is going to be nationwide.
I mean, Tati is saying not even Messi is drinking that crap.
You know what I was wondering? Who is the official refreshment drink for the MLS? Because I would assume Messi's gonna be no, Poppy, you want me to play in 2026? This has to be on every sideline. It's those Powerade?
No, man, it's that Celsius crap.
Players can't drink that during the games.
No, it's it's Celsius, and then there's another one. Body Armor. That's like the
Body Armor's taking the drink
of choice.
They're sending Body Armor to the Body Armor. Good luck. Enjoy that paycheck, because I promise you, whenever that contract's up, this is taking over 100%.
Yeah, I mean this is the only good one. Yeah, this one right here, this Miami Punch is the only good one. If we send you any of these three, guys, it's because we secretly hate you. We secretly hate you. And if we send you these, we not secretly hate you. Yeah, because these are going in the garbage. I would never give this to my children ever again.
The blue one wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible.
Look at that. My daughter's saying I like the green one. Here you go. There goes my never giving it to my children again.
The orange one and the limon lime, those two were really bad.
And I do think that you can order them online, because I did look it up, and there is like a website where you can order them, so you guys can be able to check it out. And I'll tell you right now, this one, Miami Punch, is quite honestly the only one that's worth it.
Yeah. All right. I think we have gas bagged enough with the drinks. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No, that's it, man. This was fun doing a little drink. I mean, at some point we do have to do the Vicky Bakery versus Ricky Bakery deal. We did discuss that, and
we're literally just gonna sit you down and put just no name of pastries in front of you, and you're not gonna be able to tell which is which.
By the way, One World, One Goal posted an awesome article talking about the best croquetas in Miami, and Vicky Bakery was not on there. And I made
Vicky Bakery doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, whatever. The other one that bought them out, Cuban American cuisine, whatever the hell. By the way, super hot take: Isla Canarias croquetas are super overrated.
That is a hot
Super
take.
overrated.
That's
Very
one of the
overrated.
what's one of the main reasons I like to go to the Marlins games is because I like to get their croquetas out in the center field.
I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying they're overrated. So many people say that that's like the best croqueta in Miami. You're wrong.
What's the best croqueta in Miami?
Ricky Bakery.
Oh my god, you're fucking like,
I'm cemented. I'm cemented.
all right. It's not. It's whatever.
Look,
All right,
Stancy, meet me at the stadium. I'll bring like a 60 pack and I'll sit in the parking lot, in the yellow parking lot. Anybody that wants to come through, everybody can get croquetas on the house.
Chris, you know how everybody says that we should do a watch along? Let's do it from the parking lot of Ricky Bakery.
I mean, we could do that. We could
Where's
do a
Ricky
watch
Bakery?
along.
At? Where is
You know
it?
what? I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Ricky Bakery on 122 and Bird Road.
122 and Bird Road.
That's the closest. No, there's actually one on Sunset and 117th.
The one on really by my job?
Yes, it's in the plaza where the sharpshooters is.
Huh.
Yes.
The one on 122nd and one. What was it? You said 137th, 122nd.
It's 122nd and Coral Way. I'm sorry, it's right
Is
by
that
the Checkers.
doctor's office.
Yes, right by the doctor's office. Yes.
Got you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're done gas bagging here, unless the chat brings up absolutely anything else that they want to talk about. I think we are basically done. Coming up, you have Mexico versus Venezuela, which is a pretty big game. If Venezuela wins, they're automatically into the knockout rounds. If they lose, all of a sudden Mexico is automatically into the knockout rounds, and Venezuela and Ecuador are still fighting it out to see who makes it. So interesting stuff. And then tomorrow we'll be back at 8:00 before the US. I believe the USA plays at 9:00. So we're gonna be at 8:00 before the USA game. We're gonna be on here previewing Nashville with Uncle Mad as usual. If you haven't already, please just take your finger and hit that like button. We do appreciate all the help because I know it sounds like, yeah, it's not, it legit helps a lot when you guys hit that like button.
Absolutely.
So we really do appreciate it if you could do that. And I think that's it. Any final words there, Chris?
That's it, guys. It's free 99. Just a little button. I don't know. I think it's on the left. I don't know. Just click that little like button. Help us out. If you got a friend that likes football here in Miami or anywhere and they're getting interested in MLS, let them know to chill with us for a little bit. So that way we can send them crappy drinks.
Yeah, well, if you drink that tonight or before tomorrow's show, please let us know tomorrow in the chat what you thought of it, because I'd love to hear what you guys think. And that's about it. And for those of you that are Heat fans also, the NBA draft is currently going on. The Heat pick 15th. I really hope that they end up trading it for some type of package deal for a big name. But we will have the Battered Heat Fans show coming back next week. So look out for that. It is going to be on this channel, right? That's why we changed it from Battered Herons to Battered Miami, us Miami fans. So we will be having a Heat show on this channel. So you'll get the notification if you hit the bell. And so you can hear some Heat talk. But that's it for tonight. So if you are on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave a 5-star comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, you guys are the best part of the show. We couldn't do this without you guys. You guys make this fun. And thank you for putting up with us and our taste test. I did a Messi burger test. And I did that back in like November, and I still haven't put the video. I got to do that. Or maybe we should do a live one. We'll see. All right. Anyway, that is all for tonight. So until the next one, have a good one.
Or a bad one. And then